to commit, and they have to commit hard on this back line. At least while Crystallis has Aegis, he's just not a target you can jump either. And you're looking at the damage ramp right now. It's a problem. A lot of defensive items coming out for Liquid. You know, you have Force Staff, you have Nullifier that's some damage, but it's, you know, little utility. You get a BKB for the Underlord, BKB for the Sand King. But where's the damage going to come from?
There's that Nullifier. Big burst damage. Oh, okay, they got it, sure. BKB, instant teleport out. And it's actually close, man. Yeah. With the push that Chrysalis gets off of that facet, he was doing some serious damage with that rupture.
And you are not going to be able to do that for long. The second this Basher comes out, again, Crystallis knows all these matchups. He knows the exact right itemization to help you power through some of these bad, you know, carry versus carry into the late game.
So when he does get the Basher, what is the answer for Liquid?
I mean, generally for Monkey King, it's going into that butterfly satanic type territory where you can stand your ground, or you're going for a refresher late game with double Wukong, double BKB. He's just nowhere near that. Got to look towards more scale on the Sand King, right? Like Nisha, he has to be your secondary damage dealer. Shiva's on him, will definitely help. Pushing towards that level 25 talent will definitely help. But you have to get here without losing too much more ground.
I mean, it just doesn't feel like his Axe is doing that much whenever the Darkseer is in the fight, right? He pops Pipe, he pops Crimson Guard. A lot of that Stinger damage is being blocked. A lot
Somebody
of that
gets decrept. There's
magic damage. Yeah,
there's a heal going off. Invoker BKBs and Ghost walks away. I agree. It's hard for the Sand King to connect damage in this game.
It just doesn't look like it's going to be a threat until he gets to maybe 25, where he gets all those extra pulses, and that is obviously a long ways away.
Disruptor Ags might help a bit, because then at least when you initiate, you go in, you start putting this damage out, you lock people in an Ag Static Storm, that is a way longer window to capitalize on the control.
Insania, oh, another blink away from an avalanche. Insania trying to control Soxa, tossed together, about to strike, the hits on two, and they had a Static Storm outside. With the Wukong command, they surround the Tiny, but once again, Nisha goes in with his Epicenter, and Chrysalis feasts on him. And now Liquid again have to retreat after killing one hero. It's just not good enough. They do not break Tundra, and Tundra, stronger than Liquid is in a 4 versus 4.
Oh, they're
actually thinking about going back into Chrysalis.
No
Chrysalis, they're going to catch him on the bushwhack. Oh no, Chrysalis, he went too far forward. The heals coming out from Toby, though, are doing wonders for him. A long glimpse back, though, into the... Oh, Chrysalis. Dude, things had been going so well for Tundra, he thought they could just keep pushing forward.
What a read from Mickey. Knows they have glimpse to draw him back, knows the Nullifier is going to do some serious work here. Even through the Pugna heal, you have the numbers, you have the advantage. And finally, they get this Bloodseeker down.
And
just
now he's got
that Basher delivered.
Now he's got Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor like you talked about.
Big overstep there from Tundra as they got another teamfight win, but then threw it away. And there is your Disruptor Ags.
Massive.
Little extra gold off that kill, pushes you over the edge. Really nice timing.
If he wants to, it's not, you know, it's a decent damage upgrade.
Insania's, he's arguably had the best game of anybody here on Liquid.
Seriously.
Outside of maybe Mickey, who had that incredible start, but he has been there time and time again for those glimpse kills. He has found an incredibly fast Ags. He's 5'3" and 12.
I mean, he's the oldest player at TI.
It's true.
You know, he's having reactions like he's 21 years old again.
Suspicious.
Of course you would say that. I think it's pretty cool to see because I know Insania once said that in a way he regrets that his peak as a player he feels was long ago. You know, back in the Haunt days, he felt like he was the best player. And now, you know, he's on a team with all these superstars like Nisha, right? And, you know, he wishes that he was still, you know, like he still was his best self. But now, showing up at TI with the quick blink reactions, he's doing some decent amount of work.
Listen, brother, you won TI last year. I think you're doing fine in being your best self. And looking to make another run at it. That Scotty is done. Shield rune on the
Shield
monkey.
rune. This is dangerous, especially
this
BTM's the
setup.
one to be caught inside the static storm. 33 will try and bail it out, but that vacuum, it doesn't make a difference. Saberlight, you don't need to go back through that gate. He can just keep pushing forward, build up that damage. 3 go down on the side of Tundra, but the buyback's coming out. They want to play the second salvo of this team fight. They say Liquid. That's everything they've got, and they have nothing to stop our carry, who's now chasing after Saberlight. Get a bash on him. That's going to be 1 down. Bushwhack just stalls it up a little bit. Now a pit. Saberlight's not dead yet, but he also doesn't have a TP to get away.
He will go down here.
He's going to tag him. They've got vision. He's not getting out. But for the number of buybacks Tundra used, they wanted more than just an Underlord.
Crystal is doing all the damage again. That is Tundra just running straight into the Liquid trap. Beautiful positioning. Monkey King from the trees gives you everything you need there. That's a nightmare team fight for Tundra. Exactly what they don't want to have happen. Clump into the AoE, lose your Invoker early. Buyback salvage it a little, but at an expensive cost.
I think the power spike, swinging Liquid's way, I think it's really bad. The Invoker is the one to die because I think it swings back into Tundra's favor when he gets that Scythe of Ice, right? Then you've got something to 100 to 0 the Monkey King potentially. If you see him, you catch him before he beat KBs.
But nothing bails you out of a situation like that.
That's true.
You get stunned on 2 heroes and Static Storm on top. This Disruptor can always blink, do it instantly.
Yeah, he's thinking about Eon Disc, but you have a Nullifier already.
Right, I don't even think it bails you out of that situation. They have hits to throw in, you get Boundless struck. You're not getting out of this Static Storm bar some crazy like 4 staff plays without Nullifier coming through or something. You just cannot get caught in that type of situation. At the same time, Liquid, they're going to look for that every time. They're going to plant this monkey in a tree. They're going to play around an Observer Ward. They're going to try and bait you into a situation where you have to go into them. And Soxa doesn't have enough information to get the jump. That's a big factor that has changed this game in the last 10 minutes. Liquid have limited Tundra's information going into the team fights. They're not giving up easy toss connections for Soxa. The only hero you've seen on the map in some of these times has been Saberlight on the Underlord, who's just going to play in a safe area, deal with the lanes, connect to the team. Toby trying to break on the high ground.
Oh, Tundra, they're going to break this and to get the blink away. Oh, and the gate comes in. Of course, it's blind, but doesn't actually hit any hero from Tundra. Still got a Static Storm onto 2.
A sick connection.
It's gonna be Chrysalis. They've got to focus down this Bloodseeker now before he can get off BKB. Gets off the BKB, gets off the Rusher, jumps it back around, and he brings down Nisha. Now the heal up, and now we can focus on Saberlight. Here comes Mickey, though, with a Nullifier on him. A Boundless Strike over the side. The team trying to bail him out. Chrysalis fighting for his life to get a kill out of here. He will go down, but they can still win this. He's gonna buy back, and Liquid are low. They can't survive a second salvo again. It's going to be Tundra using the buybacks to make sure Liquid cannot outright walk away with the victory.
Oh, bots to a creep wave in the river, just trying to catch anybody on the backside of that fight. BZM did so much work there.
And it will ensure that they get Roshan. Was it worth it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Roshan counts for a huge amount in this game. It's worth the buybacks. It's such a tough fight for Liquid. I mean, what a grab from Insania. You lock 2 heroes, including this Bloodseeker in the Static Storm. Unfortunately, the jump follow-up was not there fast enough to kill him before he got BKB off at the end of the Static Storm expiration. That hurt Liquid a lot in that fight. If it's like 1 second faster, it's a very different scenario. Still a great find. You force some buybacks out of Tundra. You trade out the Aegis for it. At least it was only Aegis banner. You're not giving up, one of the big items on top of that. It's another technical teamfight win for Tundra. A lot better positioning, holding that high ground. Really tough to go into that high ground on the outpost. Like, that is just going to be a tough fight no matter what. And there is the Hex for the Invoker. Dead even game. Less than 1k advantage. All these heroes are now going to... You got to look towards refreshers, and you got to look towards those 25 talents. Like, that's what's going to change some of these team fights.
Yeah, what is the biggest 25 talent that is coming up?
I mean, the Monkey Kings is huge.
I think the Monkey King has got to be the
Sand
biggest.
King would be the next for me.
Yes.
But a lot of these heroes have some extra damage that's going to come out. But those are the 2 biggest ones for me. Also, who got the Monkey King kill, right? That was worth a lot of gold. First death for Mickey. It was BZM who actually got it. That's a 2,000 gold kill. He got 1,100 off that streak. So that's what finished up that site. That's why it came out so fast. Because he had the buyback earlier, hurt his economy. Well, guess what? Here's an 11-0 Monkey King to push you right back up. That's influential here. Like, that's probably the hero you would want it on if you're Tundra.
Crippling crossbow. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, Blood Right.
Just who Blood Right.
And the
Sand
timeless.
King.
I mean, of course, man, of course. You know, we would roll this in pubs 100 times. You'd never get that, but the man's a professional for the
100
reason.
times.
Okay.
I don't
There's
think
another
that's
Blood
how
Right.
the RNG works, but sure.
I'll tell you, I would roll that 100 times. I would never get
Yeah,
that.
but that's because God hates you, so.
Wow. I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
2,000 net worth lead, an extremely even game, and I'm not really sure. Like, I agree with you. The most important talents, 25 talents that are coming up, are on the Liquid side. But I'm not convinced that they are actually...
I mean, 2 Rupture Charges is also worth mentioning.
Yes.
Because that is an incredibly powerful talent. I just think the other ones change the fight dynamic a little more. It could absolutely win Tundra a fight if you can get 2 off on, like, big core targets. Just the damage pump alone.
The other 2
can do
are
some work.
instantly impactful. 2 Rupture Charges are, you know, usually not having immediate impact, right?
I'd say it's close. I think the Monkey Ring changes the dynamic of fights a lot, particularly if you're around Roche, you just plan it. I think the Sand King talent also, just the damage ramp on that is insane. It's not really comparable.
What about if we're going to be talking about refreshers for late game, which is kind of the MO of modern era Dota? Which refreshers do you think are the strongest? Because if you get 2 Rupture Charges, you get a refresher on top of that.
Yeah,
you're
4
rupturing
ruptures.
the entire team.
It's definitely good. Just double BKB on Bloodseeker as well is super powerful. Crystallis' refresher, amazing in this game. The Sand King refresher will be amazing. The Monkey King refresher, if he eventually gets it here, will also be amazing. Those are the 3 big ones for me. And of course, there is Invoker, who can also go for that item in the late game. You just double Hex, double Meteor Blast.
Yes.
You know, someone is out of the fight. There's a lot of scaling late game power in this game.
He did offer the Aeon Disc. We'll see if he gets to use it.
This is a mixed bag for me. Like, it could pay off if there's no Static Storm. If there's a Static Storm plus Nullifier, things get really weird.
I mean, he is the last person you want inside the Static Storm.
He should not get jumped and put in a Static Storm.
Right, like I
that's how
feel
it
like
should
it's almost more acceptable for Chrysalis being that Static Storm than BZM.
If he has an Aegis, yes. If he doesn't, you better hope you have buyback.
And that is something that Tundra do not have for many of their heroes for at least another 40 seconds. But thanks to this Aegis, it has allowed them to weather through this timing. And all they'll be left with is about 2 minutes where the Bloodseeker does not have buyback. So Liquid, do you anticipate that they're going to get super aggro once that Aegis expires and try and abuse that timing? Or do you think a slower game favors them?
I think they want they want more scale in the Sand King. I mean, at this point, you're not tempoing out this game, right? We're long past the point where that's happening. You have to think about buybacks. You have to think about Roshan and setting up the fight properly. Like, you're not in a rush. Tundra have a lot of sustain now. You just got a BKB on this support Tiny.
We're talking about 25s, but Saksa did get an important talent. It's a level 21. The toss requires no target.
Pretty nice.
Considering how efficient he has been with his blink tossbacks.
They're just building BKBs and Aeon Discs. Like, that seems to be the go-to for them. I was curious if maybe they'd go for a Wind Waker or something like that, try and bail the hero that gets jumped out, but it doesn't seem that that's the course they're taking. Just kind of every man for themselves. Just survive as long as you can.
Yeah, I mean, if you only
There's
have one...
another Blood Right.
If you only have one Nullifier, glimpse back on Saksa, he has to use his BKB.
Mickey in the tree. Has Refresher. Got the Giant's Maul as well. Super powerful tier 4 items for Liquid across the board. I mean, they got triple Blood Right with an Outworld Staff Maul in their carry. That is some juice right there when you're playing this big AoE lineup.
Yeah.
And now you have double Wukong, double level 25 Wukong. A nightmare to fight into if you cannot bring this Monkey King down early.
And at the same time, Chrysalis has his 25 with the Refresher. 4 Rupture Charges. It's all about who makes the initiation, and both teams know that. 10-man smoke. Nobody is showing on the map right now.
There was a courier on this shop with a Refresher recipe. BZM chose not to kill it because he does not want to give up the map position.
Oh, now
he's looking for it now. Yeah, he knew it was there. He just didn't want to show with his real hero. And for good reason. I mean, these smokes can be coming through from at any point, and it's coming from the bottom right. This might not be an angle